Hello everyone, this channel is all football history and today we will talk about the most important football stadiums in the world. Let's go! Allianz Arena, the main German football stadium. He is only 17 years old, opened in 2005. The home team is Bayern Munich. The culture of football and supporting your team in Germany is a separate issue. A visit to any Bundesliga match will leave an unforgettable experience. But Bayern matches are a special kind of magic, and not only because of the strength of the team itself, but also because of the fans who passionately support their home team. The average occupancy of the stadium, which seats 75,000 people, is over 80%. The construction of the stadium and infrastructure cost about €500 million. In 2006, the matches of the World Cup were held here. In 2012, the dramatic Champions League final was held here, in which Bayern lost to Chelsea. La Bombonera and Monumental, the two main Argentine stadiums. Both are located in the country's capital, Buenos Aires. The Bombonera, which is officially called Estadio Alberto José Armando, is played by Boca Juniors, and the Monumental, which is called Estadio Monumental Antonio Vespucio Liberti, is played by River Plate, the two most famous Argentine teams. Bombonera was opened in 1940 and today it can accommodate almost 60,000 spectators. Many football stars have played in this stadium, including Diego Maradona and Juan Riquelme. Monumental is a more significant stadium in terms of history. The finals of international competitions are regularly held here, including the 1978 World Cup final. The national team plays here. Monumental was built in 1938. Capacity 79,000 people. Azteca, Mexican stadium with a rich history. It was built in 1966 and renovated in 1985. Now it can accommodate 83,000 spectators. The Azteca hosts the home matches of the America Club and the Mexican national team. This is the stadium that hosted the World Championships twice, the only stadium in the world that has hosted two World Cup finals. In 2026, the arena will host the tournament for the third time, this time without the final match. It was in this stadium that Diego Maradona scored the goal of the century and the goal with the hand of God. The Azteca hosted other major competitions, including the 1968 Olympic Games and the 1983 FIFA World Youth Championship. There is one interesting fact in the history of the stadium. In 1986, in a football match at this stadium, the referee sent off all 22 players who were on the field for a fight. That match was never played. This has never happened before in football history. Maracana, the legendary Brazilian stadium. Today, it seats almost 80,000 people and is the home arena of the Brazilian national team and two top clubs in Latin American football, Fluminense and Flamengo. Maracana is located in Rio de Janeiro, a city of about 7 million people. The stadium was built specifically for the 1950 World Cup. At the time of construction, the arena could accommodate almost 200,000 people, an incredible number of spectators, but in the final of the World Cup between Brazil and Uruguay, the stadium was filled to capacity. 200,000 people cheered when Brazil opened the scoring, and 200,000 people saw Uruguay first equalize and then win the match. Many fans left the stadium in tears. The final of the 2014 World Cup was played at Maracana. The stadium also hosted the football tournament of the 2016 Olympic Games. San Siro or Stadium Giuseppe Meazza, the home stadium of Milan and Inter football clubs. The stadium was built in 1926 with the money of the president of Milan. Later, the stadium was sold to the city, and after the war, in addition to Milan, Inter also began to play at San Siro. The stadium received its second name, Giuseppe Meazza, which is essentially official, in '79. But the historical name is still more recognizable. Today, the arena now seats about 80,000 people. San Siro has repeatedly hosted the Champions League finals, matches of the World and European Championships. The stadium is objectively outdated and does not meet the challenges of the times. both Milan teams decided to build a new stadium. At first they wanted to demolish the San Siro and build a new arena in place of the old one, but then they decided to keep the legendary stadium, at least partially. It will be reconstructed after the 2026 Olympic Games. Santiago Bernabéu and Camp Nou. Two arenas at once, owned by two of the most popular clubs in the world. These are the home stadiums for Real Madrid and Barcelona. But popularity affects, let's say, the quality of the fans on the stadium. Most of the people in the stands are ordinary tourists who cannot give a home team a charge commensurate with the stadium. This problem is especially acute in Madrid. The stadium of the Royal Club holds about 20,000 less than the stadium of Barcelona. Santiago Bernabéu was opened in 1947. It was reconstructed 3 times. The last reconstruction is finishing right now. Camp Nou was opened in 1957 and it will also be reconstructed very soon. Both arenas have a rich history that needs more time to tell than this video has. Wembley, the most capacious English stadium, rightfully belongs to the national team. Sometimes clubs play here. For example, Tottenham played here while waiting for the reconstruction of their stadium. Wembley hosted the Champions League finals in 2011 and 2013. Pelé called Wembley the capital of football. There is, however, one nuance. Pelé talked about the old arena, which was demolished in 2003. And on the site of the old stadium, a new ultra-modern arena was built for 90,000 spectators. The new facility is truly impressive in its scope, beauty, and view of the field. Although the old stadium, which accommodated 80,000 people, was not much inferior to its successor. Last year, Wembley hosted the final of the European Championship, in which England lost to Italy. In addition to football, world stars regularly hold concerts at Wembley. Ed Sheeran, AC/DC, Metallica, Muse, and many more. Old Trafford. Dream Theatre, as Bobby Charlton called it. The legendary Manchester United Stadium, which is over 100 years old. The stadium opened in 1910. It has been rebuilt and reconstructed many times. When it was decided to build the stadium, it was planned that it would hold 100,000 people. But at the time of opening, the stadium was designed for 80,000 people. At the time of its opening, it was a majestic building, which had no equal in the world. However, Manchester United lost the first home match. They lost to Liverpool with a score of 3-4. During the war, the stadium was almost completely destroyed by German aircraft. It was reopened in 1949. Today, the stands can accommodate 75,000. This is one of the most famous and desirable stadiums in the world to visit. The team has a huge fan base. During the match, they create an incredible atmosphere in the stands. Native Stadium. All stadiums in this video are legendary and magnificent. But not everyone has the opportunity to visit their stands at least once and enjoy top-class football along with tens of thousands of people inside the bowl. But everyone has the opportunity to go to the match of the local team from their hometown, district, school, or university. There are small, often terribly uncomfortable and old stadiums in almost every region. Native and main for everyone will be their own stadium. For example, the one on which you first came to the big football. Someone will consider the district or school stadium where they spent their childhood or started playing football as their home. In any case, no matter how warm feelings we have for a certain place, for everyone else these old and frivolous, usually even imperceptible, places have no value, but they are very important to you. Signal Iduna Park, the home arena of Borussia Dortmund and one of the most visited stadiums in the world. The team is adored in their hometown, which is inhabited by only 600,000 people. The stadium can accommodate 80,000 of them. For almost every match of the native team, the arena is completely filled. At the same time, the fans of Borussia are among the most powerful in the world, and the team is one of the most playing. All this together creates a unique atmosphere in the stadium, in which it is a pleasure. The magic is added by the famous Dortmund wall, the southern stand of the stadium, where 25,000 people most actively support the team and hold the best performances in the world. Signal Iduna Park is the perfect temple of football. Anfield. You'll Never Walk Alone, performed by 55,000 passionate fans. Today it is Liverpool's home stadium, but Everton played here more than 100 years ago. The first game took place on September 28, 1884. Everton then won Earlstown 5-0. Liverpool played here for the first time on September 9, 1893. And he also won. Anfield is just magic. You cannot love Liverpool, but goosebumps run even from the video from the stands during matches. The crazy support of your favorite club throughout the match makes even the most experienced opponents tense up. Liverpool at home always show excellent, attacking and bright football. Here you can experience the brightest, incomparable emotions from watching football at the stadium. It is here, in the center of Liverpool, that the synergy between the fans and the team is most pronounced.